So why, you might ask, am I filming this in the dark? This is about the 8th time I filmed the intro for this particular series, which is probably only going to be a couple videos. And it's the end of the year. It's the end of 2023. Finished the Great Guitar Build-Off Instruments. Working on a handful of others, and this handful of others is what this is all about. And to be quite honest, this last half of 2023 has been pretty much my own little horror film. It's been full of struggles and trials and things I didn't expect to deal with and things I'm not sure I'm dealing with all that well. But I'm still building because that's the therapy. That's some of the best therapy I've found. And this is about trying to determine how long does it take to build a guitar, and in this case 3. And originally it was going to be try to build 3 guitars in a month, but that's not really fair, partly because we had Christmas and about to have New Year's and all the things that go with holidays and families and all that stuff. So I think instead it's how long does it take in build time? Something Mark suggested, and I really like the idea. How many days of build time does it take to build 3 guitars? So we're about to find out. And instead of making it a horror film, I think I'm going to make it something more like a Christmas present. All right, before I get started, a couple things to keep in mind, mention, words to that effect. One, everything you're about to see me do, I will be doing 3 times for each of the 3 guitars, but I'm not going to show all 3 because that would just be redundant. And clearly, once you've seen the one thing, it's the same for all of them. The second is I'm using some of the ash from the treehouse tree that I used on the Phoenix and the Mouse. I hesitate to count the milling of the wood into the amount of time it's taking to build the guitar, because in other situations I might buy that wood, or at least buy blanks or whatever. So I'll account for it. It's probably about 3 hours worth of work, but the running total you'll see will not be counting the milling of the wood. One of the other reasons I'm doing this is because I want to see what my actual potential for building in the course of a year is. How many instruments can I make? How many instruments can I make with quality? Should I be making more than one at a time? Is there a pro? Is there a con? At what point does the repetitive process? So let's say I want to make necks for 10 guitars, so I just make necks for 10 guitars. Or I have a version of a guitar that we want to make a bunch of, so I make 10 bodies. At what point is there an anti-return on investment where the repetitive process is now taking a little longer just because it's repetitive versus the excitement you get when you're working on one-off? So that's what we're going to find out. Let's begin. All right, so I got 2 blanks here. I got another one drying over here. So I started milling them 2 days ago. Yeah, I think it was the 30th. We'll just say November 30th is when I started the project. We'll just say that's the day. It was amazing how few instruments or how few blanks I've been able to achieve out of, 6 7 foot long slabs. It's just, some of it was just unusable. I've got this lovely pile of firewood that is all the bits I couldn't use off of all the bits that I chopped up. I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna do the V6. Got the body template, got my cavity template, got my pickguard template. I know there's a whole lot of ways to go ahead and plot out where everything is going to go on a guitar. the way I tend to do it with this model especially is first I take my, what's it called? Pickguard. Yeah, pickguard template. And I put it where I believe it looks best compared to the curve of the guitar. I could probably, with my main template, put all this into it, but I have not done that. So I'm doing it this way. So anyway, that looks about good to me. Okay, so follow me here. This is a little weird. So I'm using the 25.5-inch scale. It's just what I like. I'm doing a 22 fret neck, and I consider the very end of the fretboard to be at where the 23rd fret would be if there was one. So what I do is I line up my template on the center line at the 23rd fret, and I clamp it. Just to hold it in place. And then I put my lovely metal yardstick, 4-foot stick, and put 0 at the nut, and come down here to 25.5 and mark my bridge. Now that I have that, and since I've marked down where the pickguard will go, I can use my swimming pool routing template. Using these little holes I drilled on the center line, I can then do what needs doing with the route. A 1/4 inch back from the bridge. Just for a trim. The template I've got has to be 25 1/4 inches from the nut. And since we're gonna do a Wilkinson type trim, a 2-point instead of a 6, my little marking dude. Next thing we have to do is drill a locating hole that will go all the way through the body, so I know where to put the back template in order to route the spring cavity and enough space for the block to move. And it's supposed to be a 1/4 inch from here and a 1/4 inch from here. So that's the center of my locating hole. All right, I'm going to call that day 1 of actual work on the guitars done. I mean, I know I was milling the wood before, so that technically is not day 1 today. But I'm going to say day 1 today is day 1 today of working on the guitars, like I just said, because I can, and I'm making up the rules as I go. So we'll see how long this actually takes. This could be quite fun, and it could be it could be embarrassing. All right, I'm gonna pour a drink and enjoy this fire. Day 2, or day 4. We'll call it day 4, because when I was calling yesterday day 1, that was silly, because it wasn't. But anyway, what I was gonna do today was get the bathtub routes taken care of, and it's going to hit with the Forstner bit and clear it all out first. But what I discovered is that keeping the bodies in their large square blank form like that, my drill press won't reach to the center. So I guess I'm going to have to cut the bodies out. I was trying to keep them flat so just for stability of the router when I'm using it. But I think it'll be okay. I'm going to have to cut some of it out anyway, so I might as well just do that part now. So the bandsaw was starting to act a little weird. It was kind of pulsing as I was cutting, going and I thought, oh, well, the wheel's out of alignment. And I checked, and the wheel was fine, and the blade was tracking fine. It just a little piece kept moving forward and backwards, and it kept getting a little worse and a little worse. So I thought I better just change the blade. It must be somewhere with the blade. And sure enough, seconds after I got it off the thing and tried to fold it up, it snapped in half. So listen to your tools. They will tell you what they need. All right, now that I got the bodies cut out and I got enough room between the pillar and the bit, I can do these locating holes right there. 1/2 inch bit, 1/4 inch from the edge and 1/4 inch from the bridge side of the cavity. So I've gotten to the point where I need to do some more routing, and I'm going to do it outside just because the garage is cold. It's a little colder out here, but I can make a fire. Still haven't sorted out how to fix the heating in the garage, which I'm going to have to because it's supposed to snow in 2 days. And that's going to cause some problems. But in the meantime, I can at least work outside and warm my fingers. Remember in the old days when Ohio blue tip matches, remember those? Were the shiz when it came to lighting fires? These things suck. And one of the added bonuses of milling all this wood of my own from the treehouse, I got a lot of cutoffs, and some of it's just itching to be burned. Oh, that's terrible. Space. Gotta have space for the air for a good fire. One advantage of having a fire is I can warm up the body and the double stick tape so it holds better. Because a little below 50 degrees ain't no kind of temperature for adhesives. Now, I didn't quite get as far as I wanted to. Got the front half of the trim bridge route done. I've got the center line transferred to the back, and I've got the mounting points for the back template for the spring cavity and the back half of the trim ready to go. The necks are all routed to 5/8 of an inch, and the bodies are 80% cut out. So, okay, I'll take that for a day. Today is the 8th of December. I managed not to record any of the stuff I was doing because I got carried away, but what I had to do was go in and make sure I had my spring cavities to depth. And as you can see, I got a little carried away with the Forstner apparently. So what I did was I had, taped down my template, and I've got the larger of my two routers set to do 5/8 of an inch depth on top of there, beyond the template. And then I took the template off. I used the same router to deepen the cavity here a little bit as far as I could go, and then with a different bit and a different router, I used my little Colt to get to the 3/16 of an inch top I needed for the inside of the pocket. first week is done. Really only got 3 good working days just because of weather and some life things taking precedence, but I'm pretty happy with the progress. And I think this is going to be very interesting. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all these things that we love in YouTube land. And I will see you next time.